Hello. Welcome back to Mindful Mondays. Sorry, Instagram Live doesn't seem to be working for me today, unfortunately, which is really annoying. So welcome. Sorry, the video quality is so bad. I might have to invest in a better camera. So last week on Mindful Monday, we were looking at box breath. So box breath is a breathing technique. It's been adopted by the US Navy SEALs. They use it to help condition their lungs as well as a mindfulness technique. And that was when we do the segmented breath. So we're breaking a normal breath. What we would normally just do is inhale and exhale, but breaking it down into sort of like 4 clear defined parts. So if you'd like to learn more about that, then feel free to check out that video from part 1. Today, we're going to continue the idea and the theme of looking at our breath to help us manage stress and anxiety in the moment. So we're only going to do this for 3 minutes today. But you can start with 3 minutes and you can work up to 5, 7, up to 10, 11 minutes. You don't want to do too long because it is a complicated breathing technique. And obviously you don't want to risk getting lightheaded or dizzy. So start slowly, get comfortable with the breath, and then work forward when you feel more comfortable and able to. So we touched on it last week, and I'm going to do a video more in depth on what is the parasympathetic versus the sympathetic nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, and what all of that means and why we talk about it in terms of stress and anxiety and healing and recovery. So we'll go through that possibly next week. But long story short, today's meditation is called Meditation to Alleviate Stress. Now, that is its official title. It's from the Kundalini Yoga tradition. However, you don't have to do it as a Kundalini meditation. You can just take the breathwork. The breathwork is very powerful and very effective quite quickly. It's one that is in my toolkit. So a lot of the things I'm going to be sharing with you in these first few Mondays are going to be things from my own personal toolkit that really have helped me when I've experienced the very real mental and physical symptoms of excess stress or anxiety. So this one is going to be utilizing our breath. Like I say, take it slow. We'll just do it for 3 minutes and build up so you don't get dizzy or lightheaded. So how this breath work is going to work is we're going to break it down into 8 sniffs or 8 segments on our inhale. So it'll be in and then a powerful exhale through the nose. And why does that work? How does that work? So that pause that we take between each sniff, so that is engaging our parasympathetic nervous system. So sympathetic, fight or flight, parasympathetic, rest, recovery. It's the opposite of being in flight or flight. A lot of us have a weaker parasympathetic nervous system because our lifestyles are really kind of geared up these days just to keep us in that constant on mode. So our sympathetic systems are usually quite strong and dominate over the parasympathetic, but we'll go into all of that next week. So the sniffs, that breaking up an inhale into short parts. Inhales activate the sympathetic nerves, the fight and flight reflex. So breaking an inhale into short parts stops it from activating the sympathetic nervous system. It helps encourage the parasympathetic nervous system to kick in because we're taking these short breaths in between each sniff. And obviously we're forcing ourselves to take longer inhales and exhales, which automatically helps our body to calm down when we are feeling stressed. So if you are feeling out of control, this long inhale and exhale will really help bring you back in, but also it will I forgot what I was going to say. Oh no. So it will also give us something to focus on. That's what I was going to say. So another way that can help you if you are feeling those physical or mental symptoms and feelings of anxiety and stress, is that because we're counting the breaths as well, it gives us something to mentally focus on. So if you're feeling uncomfortable, focusing on something different other than the discomfort that we feel if our mind is racing, focusing on something other than the racing thoughts, giving us a single point of focus, is a really important part of meditation. But just the short breath work that we will do today, again, it makes such a quick difference. It's really, really effective. Okay. So if you are going to do the full Kundalini meditation, you would want to tune in with Om Namo Gurudev Namo, and you would chant that 3 times. I have some videos on how to do that over on my Instagram, on my IGTV and Reels, I think, to help you do that. You would also have your hands either in Gyan Mudra, which is your thumb and your index finger together. So this is to help promote focus, mental focus and wisdom. And you would have these either on your knees, or you can have your hands cupped. To be honest, it doesn't really say you have to hand your hands in any certain way. Cupping is quite nice. It's quite a gentle posture for the body. But obviously you want to be ideally sat upright. If you're slouched, you don't have the lung capacity to really fill the body with the breath. And if you're laying down, again, you can do it. It's not saying that you can't, but it's just easier if you're sat up. So you can be sat up independently. You can be sat leaning against a sofa or a chair. It doesn't matter. But just try to keep yourself nice and tall. So your diaphragms, your lungs, your rib cage, you've got plenty of room to grow. And then we are going to close our eyes right now because we're doing it more meditation style. But again, this is something that you can take anywhere with you. You can do, I mean, I've done this in the car. I've done this in the queue at the bank. I've done this walking down a busy street when we were coming out of lockdown and there was all that stress and anxiety about being surrounded by so many people again. If you're wearing a mask, it's great because no one can even see what you're doing in terms of like the breath work or anything. So you don't have to do this as a meditation. You can just do the breathing. Okay, so let's get ourselves comfy. Like I say, either sitting upright, you can be on the floor, you can be on a stool, you can be on a cushion, you can be sat on the sofa, just as long as you've got plenty of room for your rib cage to expand. Place your hands wherever you feel comfortable, whether that's Gaya Mudra, whether that's just folded, or whether that's just hands placing on your knees. You can have them placing on your thighs, you can have them with the palms turned up. Just get yourself comfortable, okay? And then we're going to close our eyes if that feels comfortable and safe for you to do so. If not, feel free to keep the eyes open. And we're going to begin with those 8 sniffs. So when we're ready, powerful exhale through the nose. So you really want to count those sniffs in and then really powerfully exhale. This meditation is great to be done in the evenings. I find that when you do it, when you get home from work, it's almost like you're cleansing your mind and your body of any stress that may have accumulated during the day. You're just breathing it all out through the nose. So it's really important that you breathe in and out of the nose during this meditation or through this exercise. Now, sometimes you may wonder what the difference is between breathing through the nose and breathing through the mouth. But breathing through the nose helps to encourage a calming and relaxing feeling in the body. I mean, when we run, when we put our body under pressure and our heart rate elevates, we start to breathe through the mouth. When we're not feeling well, we start to breathe through the mouth. When we hyperventilate, it tends to be through the mouth. So by breathing through the nose, we're forcing ourselves to take slower and deeper breaths. And fundamentally, that's all we're doing. We're just taking long, deep breaths. in different ways. Finding a way that feels comfortable, creating a little toolkit. Nearly done. If you're already starting to feel lightheaded, it's completely normal if you're not used to taking this length of inhale and exhale. So just stop breathing, stop this breathing technique, allow your breathing to return to normal. And then you can just join in again when you feel comfortable. Last 15 seconds. And then we're going to take one deep breath in here. And we're going to hold it for as long as we can. Now, the textbook says to try to hold it for 30 seconds. So if you can hold it for 30 seconds, try to do so. I'm going to hold it for 20. Exhale. Deep breath in. So I'm going to hold it for 10. And exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. And hold it for 10 again. If you need to, take a little sip of air if you really feel you need to exhale. And exhale. And gently opening the eyes if you've been having your eyes closed. So there we have it. Meditation to alleviate stress, an 8-to-1 ratio of segmented breathing. Very simple, very easy, very effective. Can be done, like I say, as a meditation to kind of signify that you're home. Any stresses that you've accumulated during the day, you're breathing them out, you're letting them go, you're telling your body that it's safe and it's okay to start to rest and relax. Or if you are, like I say, in the midst of feeling stress and anxiety, you can just start doing this in the car. You can start doing this in the queue. You can start, wherever, dinner with friends if necessary. It can strike any time. So hopefully you found this one helpful. If you have enjoyed either the box breath or this one, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear how anyone is getting on. I will also be posting a short how-to video on Reels and YouTube Shorts. So if you haven't checked out my YouTube yet, my Instagram yet, please feel free to check out my Instagram at Georgie May Yoga. And then on my blog, www.yogawithgeorginamay.com, I do like a longer blog post where I write it all down and I give instructions and I put the short video on there as well. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.